Hi, in this tutorial we are going to have a look at how to export SPSS data files into Excel. So we've got a data file up here which contains some information about the heavy metal band Metallica, which we inputted in a previous tutorial. And we're just going to have a look. Imagine, your supervisor's like, oh, can I have that in Excel, please? How do you do that? Someone doesn't have SPSS, but they want the data. How do we share it with them using Excel? So we need to go to the File menu and then find Export. And there's a number of formats that you can export into, and one of them is Excel. So select that option, and you want to give it a name. So it automatically just gives it the same name as your SPSS file. So we can go with that. And there are various options for how you save it, and the default of essentially saving in the most recent version of Excel is good. You can name the sheet in Excel if you want to, and this allows you to export different SPSS data files into different sheets of the same Excel file, but we're not going to get into that. We're just going to do a straightforward thing. So the options down here relate to what we do with variables that have value labels attached to them, and what we do with the variable names themselves. So by default, it's got ticked write variable names to the file. So in other words, you will, at the top of your Excel file, you will have the first row will contain the variable names. Now in the data, we have both, if we look at the variable view, we've both got a variable name, like name, birth underscore date, but we also have a label, which is a sort of a fuller name that can have spaces and things like that. So the first thing it's kind of asking you when you export, let's go back here, is what do you want to use as variable names? So assuming you actually want the first row of your Excel file to have the variable names in, do you want it to include the names or the labels? So by default, it will use the names, which are the things in that first column up here, but you can change it so that it exports the labels, which are in this fifth column here. So let's stick with names. That's probably generally the sensible thing to do. The other thing which it won't do by default, but you can ask it to do, is if you tick here, it will say value labels instead of data values. So what does that mean? So again, if we just skip out of here and have a look at one of our variables, let's look at the instrument that the band member plays. So this is has both numeric values, but also text labels attached to them. So when someone plays guitar, we gave them a data value of 1, but that's labeled as guitar. Now in the data view, we can see this because if we focus on here on the instrument variable, if we toggle between the value label and the data label, you can see that this variable kind of has both numbers and words attached to it. So if you're a drummer, you have a number 3, and that is the same as being labeled as drums. You can see it also in the current member, where true and false both have text labels, but are also characterized by 0 or 1, where 1 is true, 0 is false. So if we go back to our export menu, what that's basically asking us is, do we want to save the value label? So by default, it saves the data values. It will save the 1, 2, 3 or whatever. But you might want to save the value label. So you might want your Excel file to contain drums, guitar, bass, whatever. So basically, if you tick this for instrument and current member, you will get drums, guitar, you will get the text in your Excel file, or true, false. If you leave it unticked, you will get the numbers. So you'll get sort of 3 for drums, 1 for guitar, 2 for bass. So I think a lot of the time you probably actually want the value labels, because the numbers don't kind of mean anything without the value labels. So let's tick on that. And then we just save it. Let's have a look at what that looks like. So here's the Excel file that we just created. Let me whack that up a bit so it's visible. And you can see, because we asked for the variable names to be included, our first row in Excel contains those variable names. And because we asked for value labels to be exported, our instrument contains the text rather than the numbers. And notice here we get these null values. These were missing values. So these have come up as null because there's no information there. And yeah, that's all there is to it.